Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you my bullet journal. I've been an avid journaler for a very long time. This is my fourth journal that I just finished, and in the last couple of months I started doing bullet journaling. Bullet journaling is a system of, it's basically a planner combined with classic journaling. But what you'll often see on the internet are really wild, beautiful scrapbook style, doodly, artistic bullet journals. But for my practice, I really needed something that was efficient and quick, or else I wouldn't do it. So today I want to show you what my minimalist, efficient bullet journal looks like. There are a lot of different types of journals that people use for bullet journals. I couldn't decide between the different journals, having never used one before, so I chose Dingbats because it is eco-friendly. It says they advocate for conservation of wildlife and habitats worldwide, so that's cool. This is a beautiful Scamp artwork by my friend Rhae called A Life I Like. First page is the index. I don't ever use this. Seems like most people either use it or they don't. I don't. Here is my yearly spread from January all the way to December. In these boxes, I'm going to be writing a mantra for every month, something that I just want to kind of repeat in my brain for that month. Then I have space for tasks, for events. Living in the Scamp, I don't have the opportunity to plan far ahead. Everything is really kind of day by day, so I'll be filling these up probably each month, and it's going to be pretty blank until then. Here I did a spread that a lot of people do, bucket list. I guess I kind of like seeing it. I would do it differently next time. Here are my goals. These are things that are going to be more short term, and then I have my dreams, things that I would like to accomplish, like going to outer space, but I don't know if I will. Then I have a year in photos spread that I've seen before. What I'm going to do is at the end of every month choose my favorite photo or my favorite memory from the month. I have a little printer that prints cute little images, so I'll take that and put those here for every month. However, I believe I might fill up this journal way sooner than by December, so next time I might do half the year instead and then do the rest of the half of the year later. This is my monthly spread, my big monthly spread, I call it, because I change it later. I found that there's a lot of empty space because, like I said, I can't really plan super far ahead, and this is also kind of a slow time of year. And this is what I call my big weekly spread. I have the month, the week, and a mantra or quote for the week. This is by Carrie, Crista. I was asking her a lot of questions as I was getting my bullet journal together. She's one of the most inspiring bullet journal YouTubers that I've seen, and I'll leave her link in the description below. I have all the rest of the days of the week, and here I'm going to show you exactly what the kind of bullet journal system is. Everyone kind of has their own key. This, I think, is pretty similar to Ryder Carroll's, the originator of the bullet journal system. I've got a dot for a task, an arrow if I've migrated the task, if I've moved it a day behind or a day forward, an X on the dot if I've completed it, strike out if it's irrelevant or I ended up not doing the task or the event, circle for an event, exclamation mark if it's important, a note is a dash, and a triangle for a memory. So putting that into practice, this is just an example that I just made up. I've got a dot for the task of finishing editing my video with an exclamation mark because it's important, a dot to buy wood. I had an event with my friend Priscilla. She ended up being sick, so she couldn't make it. I've got a dot to create a couple blog posts with dashes as the notes for which blog posts I want to create. I've got triangles to display kind of what I did that day. I really like doing this because not every day am I journaling exactly what I did that day. So for this, I can go back to every day of the week and see what exactly was happening that day, which is kind of a really fun thing. Then here, you'll see this a lot. I track my water in my clean canteen. My clean canteen is 16 ounces, so I try to drink 4 of these a day, which would be 8-ounce glasses, which is what they say you should drink. I found with this weekly spread that I have a lot of open space, so I ended up changing this a little bit later on in the month. This is my tracker page. This is by far the most interesting page, and this is kind of why I started doing a bullet journal altogether. I'm tracking my sleep here in purple based on the hours of sleep that I got. My mood is 1 out of 10, 10 being the best. My stress, 1 out of 10, 0 being the best. And by doing it this way, I can see the peaks. And then below that, I've got my general self-care tracker. This is the first month that I did this, so I'll probably expand every month based on kind of what's important that month. Below that, I have my ingestible health tracker. I've got vitamins that I'm taking specifically for hormone, period, liver health. I have foods that I'm trying to avoid or just determine how often I'm eating. Then I have stimulants. I would really like to go through all of this and talk about it, but there's a lot here. If you want to see a video on my trackers and what I'm finding out, I would love to make that here in a month once I've got 3 of them put together. Let me know if you'd like to see that because I'd love to talk more about this. But I do want to point out something super interesting that I found. On my exercise, aside from one day, every day that I exercised, my stress was low and my mood was high. So through this tracker, I'm finding out a lot of things about myself that I otherwise would have no idea. Next, I have my December gratitude page. I have a birthday page, a weekly spread, and here is my lunar calendar. I did this just as a fun thing, but I found that I really did like it. I would see on this day, okay, the moon is supposed to look like this. Then at night, I would look up and, oh, the moon was just like what my bullet journal said it was gonna be. So I paid much more attention to the moon, I think, than I ever have just because of this calendar, so I'll definitely make this again. Then I have my period tracker based on the fertility awareness method. I would really like to talk about this as well, and a lot of people have requested that I make a video on it. I'm going into my 4th cycle using this fertility awareness method, so I now have a better understanding of what I'm doing and could talk a little bit better about what I'm finding. If you would like to see a video on this, please let me know and I'll make one. The gist of it is that I am tracking my temperature every morning when I wake up to see my different hormone spikes. Your temperatures are supposed to be lower during your follicular phase and higher during your luteal phase. I'm having some hormone problems, so that's why I started doing this in the first place. By tracking this, I'm finding out a lot about myself, and I would love to share that with you. Then we have the last weekly big spread. I have a notes page from my masterclass. This is something that I'm subscribed to. I can watch really prominent creators do seminars and classes. I have done Jane Goodall, Margaret Atwood, Jimmy Chin, Thomas Keller, and I'm in the middle of Samuel L. Jackson right now. Then this is the first week of my new weekly spread that I'm going to talk about on the next page. I have a general notes page because I needed to dump just thoughts and ideas here. And this is my new monthly and weekly spread. I made the monthly spread smaller because I didn't want to waste 2 pages every month. Now I have room to put my general tasks for the month, my mantra repeated, or maybe it'll be different, I don't know, doesn't matter. Then my general goals for the month. And I also keep track of where we are in the month. This is really helpful to go back to later on in the year to see where we were, who was with us, etc. Up here, instead of putting the week, it was easy for me to know what week it was because I have the dates. So I put my general tasks for the week that I want to get done at some point, I just don't know when. I've got my tasks, my memories, my water, trying to figure out which kind of system I like better for my water. I may go back to the big weekly spread in other busier months, but for now I really like this. And what I also did was I put all of my weekly spreads together so that I'm not flipping through all my other spreads. I have all my weeklies here in one area, and that's been really helpful. I have my new tracker. I kind of like it uncolored. Pretty much the same thing, some different vitamins, but I've left the space so that I can add more. And then I wanted to continue with the same sleep, mood, stress tracker. I've already had a really turbulent month, so that's just interesting to note. I have a new style of gratitude page for January, and then I'm on my first day of my new basal body temperature tracker. I didn't show you before, but this is what my very first tracker looked like for my periods and menstrual cycle, but I'm tracking all my herbs and supplements and exercise elsewhere in my bullet journal, so I made it smaller. more condensed, cuter, put it in here, and this is working really well for me. So that's it. That's my efficient minimalist bullet journal. I have so many more things I'd like to talk about, but I just wanted to keep this pretty basic. This is a really awesome system that I have found. It's really helping me track my life, and I'm learning so much about myself. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm in Kansas City right now for the death of my grandpa, so I will be back in the Scamp very, very soon. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.